gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation. We're here with FC Cincinnati, and today is all about Champions League. That's right, North American Champions League. We have two games today, first and second leg versus CRUZ AZUL in the semi-finals. Take a look at, let's take a look at the semi-finals first, see what's going on. As you can see here, Atlanta United 2-1 over Tigres. That's a big result right there. Atlanta United has the possibility to move on. Tigres is one of the best teams in Mexico, so we'll see how they fare in the second leg. But so far things are looking pretty hopeful, and we hope to be able to follow in their footsteps and do the same thing to CRUZ AZUL. Now let's take a look at these guys, see just what we're up against. And they're pretty good. Thiago Volpe in goal is a pretty good player, 4-star. They got 4-star players up and down the roster. Now they don't have any 5-star guys, so it's not like they have anybody who's just totally out of our league, but they do have many more players in their starting lineup who are of 4-star quality than we do. But, I noticed some chinks in the armor. They're not completely unbeatable here, especially, I think, in defense. Look at this guy here, Manuel Madrid. Only a 2-star player. He's listed. He's transfer listed. He might not be feeling too kindly about playing for this team. So they might have a little bit of hole in central defense. Also, midfield, they got a suspension. So they're going to have to find a substitute for this fella. They've got some really good wingers and strikers, so we're going to have to worry about that. But they've got some problems depth-wise. I think on their bench, they've got some real issues. First of all, they got a ton of injuries. They got 3 or 4 injuries. They got a bunch of guys unregistered. And then they even have some grayed out players. Look at this. Their backup keeper is a grayed out player. Backup defenders, grayed out players. They really don't have much in the way of defense on their bench. So if one of these guys goes out, one of these guys gets injured or tired or what have you, they don't have a lot of options. Now, they could probably just outscore us. That's definitely a possibility, but we're going to see. We're going to, I think we've got some chances and some possibilities here against CRUZ AZUL. Oh, the other thing we can take a look at is just look at the team. See who they are. Who are we playing here? 10th in the first division right now in the closing stage. Founded in 1927, CRUZ AZUL are a professional Mexican club currently playing in the first division. Their performance last season saw them qualify for the North American Champions League. Enjoying their greatest era during the 2010s, La Máquina Celeste have a history they can be proud of. That must be their nickname. My Spanish is very poor, so I don't know what that means. But maybe we could look that up. No time to look that up. Boasting a total of 21 competition wins, here are just some of their highlights. Finished runners-up in the Copa Libertadores 2001. They won the Mexican top division 8 times and are 11-time runners-up. So they're usually at the top of the division. That's a lot. That's 19 times probably in the last 20 years. Anyway, they won the Mexican Cup in 69, 97, and 2013. Finished second best 2 for the times and won the Champions Trophy in 69 and 74 and finished second once. I don't know what the Champions Trophy is. It's probably a defunct trophy by now. But anyway, as you can see here, they got a lot of silverware. They're a good team. Let's get to the match preview. Kickoff, Nippert Stadium, 38,425. So it's probably going to be a sellout by kickoff. I think, we'll have enough walk-ups that we'll get the full sellout. But look at all these things they got going on. Now, we got 9 players unregistered, but that's just because, that's how it is. When you get down to this level of the Champions League, you can only register 23 people. So, they've got 4 players unregistered, 1 player suspended, 1 player out with a damaged Achilles tendon, another guy broken ribs, another guy tight calf. So they got some issues, I think. Some real issues. It's wet, 57, and breezy, so they might not be able to play kind of an open style that they want to. They're on poor form right now. 3 losses in their last 5 games, whereas we're coming in strong, 3 wins in our last 5 games. So things are stacking up in our favor, but we still have to play the game. Let's get to the team selection. I think, okay, we got all of our substitutes in. I think, no, we don't. We just don't have Stefan in on goal for some reason. Other than that, all right, we're looking good. We got our starters in there. Let's submit this team. Selected 2 substitutes outside the match. I don't know why this keeps happening, but it does. Juarez just wants to play so badly. He's trying to sneak into the reserve lineup. No can do, my friend. All right, here we go. Let's get to the match. The teams are warming up. And here we are, starting lineup. Stefan in goal. Nuhu, Aguirre at the fullback positions. Wilson and Glad in central defense. Philippe, Akechi, DeVries, Acosta, Shelton, and Adi up top. Looking pretty good. They do have Volpe in goal. He's their captain. Adriette. Ooh, boy. I don't remember seeing this guy. Kola Gizak. Oh, boy. I really don't want to say that name. Aguilar, that's much better. Abela. Rios. Marconi. Clayson. Gabor. All right. I don't know any of these guys' names. We just know how many stars they have. We'll talk to the team today. None of this will be passionate. I expect a good result. We've been on a good run lately, so go out there and impress me, I guess. It's sort of the most generic thing I could do. All right, let's go. You sprung a few surprises, have I? Really? I don't think so. Pick the team I feel that gives us the best chance of winning. Coming to this one in good form. It's a different sort of challenge. We have to focus on playing the game. There we go. Home stadium. Look at all the blue. Let's go, boys. We are, of course, in the blue jerseys. Huge home crowd. Let's use this to our advantage. Let's use the weather to our advantage. Everything we can do. Instruction-wise, we're playing it cool. You know, we're dropping back a little bit. So when we're out of possession, you know, we're doing our sort of midline thing. Actually, I think I would kind of like to drop back a little farther even. So we'll do our sort of midline thing here. Here we go. Free kick. Akechi. Can he get somebody on the back line? Sending it out back. Wilson heads it back to DeVries. Oh, what a stop. That's my one worry, is that goalkeeper. He's a very good player, and that should have been a goal. Anybody else in North America, that's a goal. You know, reflexes are probably like 14 maybe. So, you know, we don't have these guys fully scouted, of course. You know, why would we fully scout our opponent? I don't know. But anyway, here we go. Throw in. Aguirre gets it to Acosta. Back to Aguirre. He sends one in. It's headed out. Here comes CRUZ AZUL on the counterattack. Nope, Philippe. I love that Segundo Volante roll. I don't know why I didn't play it more this year. Here's Shelton with the shot. Look at that. That shot had eyes for the corner of the net, and Shelton shows that form as a striker. You know, he can take those skills out on the wing. I love that Philippe got there and got that ball. Here's Shelton just diving into space. Nobody covering him. Right-footed. Yes. Up 1-0. Kiri Shelton, 7.3 rating. He's going to be the signing of the season. You know, after we cut him in the offseason, we re-signed him. He's back. He's playing with purpose. He's got a point to prove. You know, because we do have some guys coming back from injury, so Shelton could lose his starting spot. Here's Nuhu throws one into Acosta. DeVries taking it inside. Let's take our time, boys. Catchy Philippe. He's going to send it near side. Here's Kiri Shelton. He's got plenty of space. He's going to use it up again. Gets it forward. Adi on the run. Great stop again by Thiago. Man, we're catching these guys, though. We're looking like the better team. De Vries sends one in. There ends the highlight. But here we go. We get another free kick. Akechi. He sends one in. Acosta with the header. Yes. Sneaky header by the little guy. 5'3". He wins the header. Sneaky one right over the outstretched arms of the keeper. Don't expect the little guy to go back there. Look at him. Nice. Not offside. Get out of here with that offside business. Let's go, boys. 2-0. See if they decide to turn it up a little bit. You know, they look like they're dwelling on the ball here. They don't look to be in a huge rush themselves. That's fine. We'll sit back. Give them a little bit of space. Probably not a good idea. And send it back post. Aguirre wins the header. Stefan with the stop, please. Someone get the ball. Thank you, Aguirre. Let's do a shout. Let's... Concentration. Overwhelmed. Why are you overwhelmed by concentrate? Come on. We must close in on Gabor. Okay, here's a throw in. Nuhu. Turnover to Rios. He's triple teamed. Drops it back. I would like our defense to get back a little bit. Akechi, nice interception at midfield. Drops it back for Glad. He's going to blast it forward. That's what he likes to do. Nope. Good play to Philippe. Philippe out wide. Shelton again. Plenty of space on the right-hand side. Diving inside. Looking. Gets it forward. Acosta. Easy goal. 3. Wow. I told you their defense has a hole in it. And apparently it is right there at left center defense. That's 2 goals right past that guy. He comes out, leaves a huge space. It's 2-on-1 in the back line. Their other central defenders, he's got to pick his poison. Does he go with Adi or Acosta? He chose poorly. Because we have Adi on attack. No, I mean we have Acosta on attack right up that middle. Here's De Vries with the corner. Sends one in. Shelton over the goal. Let's pour it on. No mercy. 4, 5, 6, 10 goals. I don't care. Because these Mexican League teams love to come back in the second leg. Philippe out wide. Aguirre coming forward now. He's wide open in the corner. He's got plenty of time to mess around with it. Back to Shelton. Shelton can center it. No, he does not. Aguirre to Adi. Off the post. Adrietti just has to knock it out. Pressure is building. It's unrelenting here. They're going to be very happy to get into halftime. Clock's moving awful slow. 2 minutes of stoppage time. There we go. Now it's speeding up. 1 minute to go. 30 seconds. Time should be up right about now. 21 shots. 12 on target. They have 2 shots total. 1 on target. That is complete and utter domination right there. So let's go. Pep talk. Very happy. Let's go. Okay, let's see if they come out with anything different here in the second half. Are they going to mess around and get an away goal? I hope not. I mean, we may have created the greatest tactic that's ever been invented. Even though we, sort of invented it last year. But this year, right, it's reversed. The Z is reversed. So it's completely new tactic. Here's Akechi. Free kick. Goal. 4-0. Holy smokes. This team is on fire. What if the final for the Champions League is Atlanta versus Cincinnati? How crazy would that be? That would be completely unprecedented in Champions League. Uh-oh. Aldrete playing with a 6.0 rating, and they don't have much options off the bench. DeVries with a free kick. Sends it in. Adi with the header off the crossbar. What was that nonsense? DeVries, though, saves it, sends it back in. Adi heads it down. Wilson. Philippe Akechi. We're still got the ball. Get it out wide to Glad. What's Glad doing out there? I don't know. Central defender. Shouldn't probably be out on the wing, but that was a missed opportunity. That could have been 5-0. Should have been probably 5-0. Another off the crossbar. Look at this. Acosta with 2 goals. Shelton Akechi. Midfield. Scoring all the goals. Fine with that. 70 minutes down already. If we can just keep them scoreless, no away goals, they're going to have to come back huge at their place. I mean, it's not impossible. It's happened to me before in Champions League where the Mexican League team just turns it on and, I'm up maybe 3-1 or something like that going in the second leg, and they end up beating me 5-0 in the second leg. Something like that. It has happened before, so I'm not going to, count my chickens before they're hatched. But right now we're looking pretty good. Here's DeVries. Another corner, sends it in. Looks like Akechi's going to pick it up. Wilson centers to Philippe. Smashes in another one. Yes, 5-0. Get out of here. This is what our team can do when we're all together. We're going to have to play this team more. Look at that. They just had to switch around their midfield a little bit. They have brought in another defender here. Madrid finally comes in. 91 minutes, 92 minutes. Acosta messing around with it. Sends it in. Thiago grabs it. That should be the final highlight. Blow the whistle mercifully. There it is. Look at that. Nippert Stadium goes wild. Acosta, player of the match. 2 goals, 9.4 rating. Look at this. This is the best our team has ever played, except for Adi. Didn't really have a great game, but everybody else, 8s and 9s. Stefan only had a 7.2, but he only faced 6 shots. 28 shots to 6, 15 on target. They had 21 fouls. Just discombobulation. All right, dressing room, let's go. Pep talk. Very happy. All right, let's see. Our next game is against Atlanta United. That's pretty hilarious. So we're going to skip that game. I'm going to play that game off camera, then come back for the second leg. But it's probably going to be 2 totally rotated sides. But it's too bad because it's Atlanta United. I mean, they're our big rival in the Eastern Conference. So we'll see. But we're going to pause it here, play the Atlanta game, come back, and hopefully move on to the finals of the Champions League. But we'll see. Pause. Okay, we are back for the second leg, but first we have the second leg of Atlanta versus Tigres. Let's hit the continue button and see who wins that one. Tigres wins 2-0. Atlanta United is defeated. Okay, so, that's good news, bad news. The bad news is we have to take on Tigres. The good news is we don't have to take on Atlanta United because, as you know, we just played Atlanta United and they just beat us 2-0. Game we did off camera. I guess we can watch the goals and see how Atlanta scored those goals. Played the same exact strategy as we used against CRUZ AZUL, but of course we had all of our reserves in there, and basically we couldn't stop Barco. So there's Barco sending one all the way across to Carlton. Carlton getting it to Lopez. Lopez scoring on the rebound. And then Barco had like 3 or 4 chances, and here's one that he just outraces the defense. And then good stop by Hudson, but he can't again stop the rebound. So there you go. It's 2-0. You know, they scored those goals pretty close together right before the half and then right after. Well, 49 and 51 minutes. So both of them were right after the half. So they scored them early, got up, and then just sort of sat on it. As you can see, we had a ton of fouls, 20 fouls. They had the possession. They had the shots. So it was just dominant performance. They played more of their starters, and maybe that's why they lost the Champions League game. I don't know. So we shall see. Whoops, we don't want that. We want to get out of here. Yeah, that's what we want. So we'll see if that, if we can avoid that fate. Although we do have an injury. Kiri Shelton is out in the semi-final. That's no good. I thought about giving him an injection to get him through this game, but I've never done that in my whole career of playing FM, so I wasn't going to start now. We need him, but, we can get on without him. Looks like Kiri Shelton will miss it. Yeah, it's not good, but we'll find a way to handle it. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to have to find a new right winger pretty quickly. And we're trying to bring some of our guys off of injured reserve, but we don't have any roster spots for them. So we're going to have to figure something out. Hand that over to the assistant coach. Probably should have paused again after we saw that Atlanta United result. But you know what? Let's keep going. Let's see what the future holds. Yeah, I don't know. An interesting note is I just saw that MLS has a new playoff structure. They just announced it this week. They're going to 1-game playoffs, which is what I thought it should be all along. Here we go. Here's our second round matchup, 5-0. They predicted a weak crowd at CRUZ AZUL, so we'll see how that works out. Match preview. Only 22,000 tickets sold for Estadio Azteca. That is one of the biggest stadiums in Mexico. 81,000, if not the biggest. So that thing is going to be empty as heck. We shall see about this. They're still favored to win the game, but are they favored to win the game by 5 goals? I don't know. We'll see. So, we got to put our starters back in the game. That would be lovely. There we go. Not Hudson in goal, though. We got to do this here little Zach Steffen maneuver. And then we got to find somebody to go in for Shelton. Now, it's either Tony Strong, or we could put Crispum in there on the right wing. What's Crispum look like? I think he's got pretty good speed. Yeah, 14 pace. We'll throw Crispum out there on the right wing. That's fine. Let's see, who do we bring in off the bench? Our bench options are limited, so we'll bring Wadey in, put him on the bench. Again, we got to take these guys out. We got to clear their positions. I think because we made this starting lineup from our starting lineup for the preseason, so that's why those extra positions are there. So let's save this now that we've done it. Start. Okay, we'll save it. All right. Ketchy, we're going to move you back to roaming playmaker on support. Everybody else, Wilson, Glad, Philippe, Adi, DeVries. Yes, all right. Here we go. We just need to hold on. Just got to hold on. It's pretty much the same lineup. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Same lineup. Let's go. Hand over to the assistant and the pep talk. Let's get out here. How much of a boost is Hernandez's absence to your chance of winning? I have no idea. Let's go. Look at that stadium. That is ridiculous. Poor effort by the home fans. We are in the away whites today. They are in the blue with the white striped socks. So yeah, MLS playoffs. 1-game knockout tournament. Oh, here we go. Aguilar. Gonna send one downfield. Wilson wins the header to DeVries. DeVries starts the attack. Bombs it ahead to nobody in particular. That was a bad play. Marconi. Here comes CRUZ AZUL on the attack. More. Oh, boy. That's what we don't want. They got one early. Now they got some life. Now they think, oh, man, look at what is our defense doing way out here. Mora gets by one and just... Okay, 4 more to go. 4 more to go. Yeah, let's not allow that, boys. I don't want to get I don't want to overreact to 1 goal. It's fine. Yeah, MLS playoffs. 1-game knockout. They're adding an extra team per conference to the playoffs. So it's going to be 7 teams make it now per conference. And only 1 team gets the bye into the second round. So they're going to have 6 wild card teams and 1 division winner. That's how they're going to manage that. And they're going to shrink the time period down. So it's going to be from the end of October to November before the international break. So there's going to be no more huge week-long break in the middle. They're going to get everything done before December. So they addressed all of my concerns. They must have read one of my tweets and said, let's just make that guy happy. And they did. So I'm really happy. I wanted, either 1 or 3 game series. And they did 1-game series. That's fine. And then I wanted the season to end before December because it's friggin' cold in December. You shouldn't have guys running around in shorts. And then I wanted it to not have the international break in between. And they've done that. So here we are. CRUZ AZUL on the attack. Clayson sends one wide. That's fine. If they just have 1 goal this half, I'm okay with that. We can keep them scoreless for the rest of the half. I would be more than happy. Nuhu is going to start the attack. Ketchy, Philippe. Sends one forward to Adi. Adi heads it on. There's nobody there. Thiago is going to hold on to it and then sort of blast it downfield as far as he can. Glad wins it to Philippe. His header goes wide. And here comes CRUZ AZUL on the attack. Turnover by Aguirre. Mora, great stop. Great tackle by Glad. They're going to get a throw-in out of it. Boy, Zach Steffen had to defend himself against that shot. That was a rocket right at his face. 41 minutes and counting. Let's get to halftime, boys. Let's get to halftime. No more goals. 2 minutes of added time. We're looking complacent. I don't like that. 1 shot. 1 shot, ladies and germs. Okay, tactics. Tactics. Let's drop back a little bit. Let us not prevent goalkeeper distribution. In possession. Let's take our time here. Slightly short passing. Yeah. Anything else? They seem to be attacking up the middle here. I don't think they're attacking particularly wide. So let's go narrow defensive stance. I think attacking depth, we also want to go standard. They don't seem, we don't seem to be threatening them out wide and vice versa. So, those seem like reasonable things to do. Anyway, far from pleased with what I just saw. Costa seemed demotivated. I'm going to be assertive with him. Say, I'm not happy with your performance. Don't care. You seem demotivated. You're our best player. MVP of the league last year. Let's do something. Okay. Fired up by the feedback. CRUZ AZUL. Meanwhile, we are complacent. I hate that. 50 minutes, though. Clock is rolling. I like to see that. We have 33% possession. That is awful. Yeah, Clayson is doing stuff. Felipe Mora keeps escaping attention. Okay. Maguire has been quite error-prone today. 6.4 rating. Our option off the bench there is Clute. Yeah, I don't know. Here's DeVries. Corner kick. Let's score one. Let's score one. Abella knocks it out. Acosta sends it across to Crispum. Yes. Did not expect that. From the right wing. The man playing a little bit out of position. But he gets it on the second chance with the corner. Costa. Look at him. Crispum just wide open. Heads it. Nice. Okay, hopefully that seals it up. They're going to look for offside? No. Way onside. He even backs up. Crowd goes wild. Crowd's loving it. I wonder how many Cincinnati fans are there in Mexico City. I don't know much about the Cincinnati airport. I don't know if there are direct flights to Mexico City from there. I would assume so. It's a big enough city. You never know. They are fired up again by their coach. Meanwhile, our boys are complacent. What are we going to tell them to? Let's encourage. Let's be encouraging. Nope, they're frustrated with that. Okay. They don't like encouragement. Meanwhile, CRUZ AZUL is even more inspired. Crispum is looking exhausted. Okay. Make our first highlight? Make our first substitution. I guess we'll bring in Tony Strong. I mean, our whole team is playing awful, but it doesn't matter. We got the 5-goal lead. Should be more than enough with 87 minutes down. 89 minutes. We'll take Aguirre out too and bring in Clute. Just so they don't yell at us at the press conference and say, why didn't you take out Aguirre? He was playing bad. Took him out with a minute to go. Here we go. Free kick. Soteldo to Galbor. Messing around with it. Those two guys, they just get stomped and then the whistle gets blown. There we go. Look at that. Champions League. We're headed to the finals versus Tigres. Probably going to get our butt kicked, but I'm very happy. Don't care. I'm very happy. Champions League final. How about that? Let's take a look at the competitions. Look at this. Tigres, board confidence through the roof, 80%. They just wanted us to reach the quarterfinals. Look at that. So we're looking good. We're going to come back for that North American Champions League. We're not going to mess around with any more of this MLS stuff until Champions League is done, I think. We've played 8 games. So our next game will be the end of the first quarter. So maybe we should come back for that. I don't know. We'll think about it. Come back for one or both or all three of those games. But yeah, that'll be next time. So until then, we'll see you later.